In this tutorial, we are going to cover how to take a file that we need to upload to the web and make it smaller using a program called HandBrake. The first thing that I like to do is check my file size. I can do this by selecting my file, holding the control button, and clicking on my file. This will give me a drop-down menu from which I want to select Get Info. At the top right-hand corner of the Get Info window, we will see how large our file is. In this case, I may not need to even compress my file. If we do need to compress the file, we will go to our Finder window, go to Applications, and scroll to the application HandBrake. We can double-click on the icon to open HandBrake. Once HandBrake is open, we will select the file that we want to compress. I have stored my file on the desktop. Once we click Open, HandBrake will scan our file. There's not too much we need to do on the very first section of HandBrake. The next section down will let us know where we want to store the file once it's done compressing. You can click on Browse, and just like we did in iMovie, use the little triangle drop-down menu to specify exactly where we want to save our file. I'm going to save my file again to the desktop just so I can locate it easily. The next thing we need to tell HandBrake is what format we want to save our video in. MP4 will be fine. We want to ensure that we click the Web Optimized checkbox. This will tell HandBrake that we're going to be uploading this file to the web and to make it as small as possible. The next thing we need to tell HandBrake is what codec we want to use. Again, the default setting H.264 will be fine. We will be using the constant quality compression style. We want to ensure that the RF reads around 30. The larger the number, the more compression we will have to our file. So the larger the number, the smaller our file size will be. All we have to do now is hit Start. Depending on how long our video is, this process can take several minutes. At the bottom of the HandBrake window, we will see an estimate of how long our project will take to complete. Once our HandBrake is done, we're going to want to check the file that it gave us for the size. We may need to compress again if the file is still too large to upload to the web. In order to check, we will select the new file, hit Control, and then click on the file, go to Get Info, and on the upper right-hand corner, we will see that our new video is indeed much smaller than our old video.